Hi everyone, it's Todd Smith, your member of Provincial Parliament for Bay of Quinte and Ontario's Energy Minister. It's been a busy week at Queen's Park. It's been a busy week across the Quinte region as well, but we'll start with a COVID-19 update locally and provincially. So provincially, as far as vaccinations go, we've surpassed 82% first dose. We're now at 75% of the population of Ontario fully vaccinated. Our numbers are a little bit behind that here in Hastings and Prince Edward counties with our local health unit. There's no reason for that. There's lots of vaccination out there. So take the opportunity, find out where one of these walk-in clinics are. They're right across Quinte. You can get all the information at hpepublichealth.ca and walk into one of the clinics, get the shot. We're at about 72% fully vaccinated in Hastings and Prince Edward counties. So again, there's no excuse not to go out there and get the vaccine. And you're starting to hear more about vaccine mandates and vaccine passports and those types of things. Certain businesses and certain public institutions are going to be demanding that you wear, or I should say not wear a vaccine, but have a vaccine, and then you'll be permitted into those public institutions, and also private businesses are making it clear that they're going to open their doors only to fully vaccinated individuals. So the best way to beat this pandemic is to go out there and get the vaccine. And again, hpepublichealth.ca is the best place to go to get the information that you need to get vaccinated. We're hearing more and more about people starting to end up in hospitals, and the vast majority of those people are those who either aren't vaccinated at all or have received only one shot. And so the best thing you can do to protect your own health and the health of others is to get the shot. All of the information is out there that you need. These vaccines work, and we've heard the horror stories from many people who have refused for whatever reason to get the shot, then get COVID, then end up in hospital, then end up on their deathbed. And their last words are, gee, I wish I had have got the shot and not believed everything I read on the internet. So make sure you're getting the information you need from a credible source and go out there and get the shot. We're getting ready for the start of the school year, of course, in a couple of weeks, or a week and a bit. And right after Labor Day weekend, the kids will be returning to school. I know that the local directors, Catherine McIver, who's the new Director of Education for the Hastings and Prince Edward District School Board, has put out her back to school plan and what that's going to entail. So for those who are working in our school system, whether you're a teacher or an educator or an educational assistant or secretarial clerical staff, bus drivers, all of you are going to be requiring to be vaccinated. Otherwise, you will be undergoing the rapid testing on a regular basis. And so again, the easiest thing for you to do is to avoid all of that testing, is to go and get the shot. And that's what's being encouraged by our local directors, not just Catherine at the Hastings Board, but also David DeSantis, who's the director at the Algonquin Lakeshore Catholic School Board. Minister Lecce, who's the Minister of Education, announced $1.6 billion in additional supports for the upcoming school year recently. And that includes the HEPA filters that are being installed in those classrooms that don't already have mechanical ventilation. So a lot of money has been spent on the HEPA filters to go into these classrooms. There have been a lot of alterations that have been made to the ventilation systems in our schools and classrooms. And then there's also additional money for new staffing, public health nurses, contact tracing, all of those things that are necessary for the start of the school year. I know those in the school system are hoping for as normal a school year as possible. We are seeing the numbers rise slightly across the province when it comes to COVID cases. So we're keeping an eye on that. I know that as of today, there were about 500 students in the Hastings Board who will opt for the online learning this year. Today, actually Thursday, is the deadline to get your intentions in to the local school board as to whether or not you want online or in-class learning this year. So get in contact with the Hastings Board if you haven't already made your decision on that. Aside from COVID, and just one maybe last note on the school system, I know they're really excited about getting varsity sports and intramural sports going again, particularly outside sports. Still some decisions to be made on what indoor sports are going to look like, but if you're an athlete, a student athlete, and you're really excited about outdoor sports coming back this fall, all signs are pointing in the direction of a regular season for you, and still some things to be worked out when it comes to the indoor stuff. Aside from COVID, there's been a lot going on in Bay of Quinte. As I mentioned, I've had a number of my ministerial colleagues in town over the last few days. Lisa MacLeod, who's the Minister of Heritage, Sport, Tourism, and Culture Industries, was here. We went to the Mustang Drive-In to promote a new show that's available. It's called Motel Makeover, and it's based on the life and times and tribulations of the two ladies behind the June Motel in Prince Edward County, and then another June Motel over in Sauble Beach in Bruce Peninsula. So Sarah and April are the stars of this show, and they had an unveiling at the Mustang Drive-In on Monday night, which was a really cool event. It wasn't cool, it was hot. It was a beautiful summer evening at the Mustang Drive-In, but if you get a chance, check that out. Lisa was also touring the Bay of Quinte and promoting some of the great tourism that we have in this area. We actually went cycling with Doug Stevenson, who I'm sure a lot of you know from Bay of Quinte Tourism and Marketing Board, and visited the pop-ups on the bay, and went out for a cruise on the Bay of Quinte as well. And so just a good visit from Lisa MacLeod. Nina Tangri, who's our new Minister of Small Business and Red Tape Reduction, was in town as well recently. We went and visited a number of businesses and talked to them about some of the programs that have been available throughout the pandemic, like the Digital Main Street, where a lot of businesses locally access that service to help build a website and move to that online transaction, which they never thought they were going to have to do prior to the pandemic, but they accessed some money to move their business online. We opened a number of businesses as well, including one with Nina. Sweet Escapes just opened on North Front Street in Belleville last week with a couple of young people there that are really excited, Maxine and Casey. They've opened that new business. And then there were a number of new business openings over in Quinte West the other day. A Rebel Dance Company opened in downtown Trenton, and Chanel's Day Spa opened in up north of Trenton by off Glen Miller Road, just north of the 401. And a number of other businesses. So it's great to see these businesses opening up again, brand new businesses and others opening up and getting back to normal as far as everyday business goes. And then we also had the Association of Municipalities of Ontario conference last week. So as Minister of Energy, meeting with a lot of the 444 municipalities across the province, talking about things like natural gas expansion programs. We're announcing a lot of natural gas expansion projects in communities right across Ontario, and these municipalities are anxious to get that low-cost energy provider into their community. I know locally, the local municipalities, the mayors and councillors were talking about important things like that fourth interchange off the 401 at Belleville, just to the east of town, a new nurse practitioner clinic for Thurlow, the gypsy moth issue that of course hit a lot of the Quinte region, and a number of other really important projects that local councils were talking about. And then I also had the opportunity to announce funding from the Ministry of Labour Training and Skills Development. It's a new skilled trades partnership with the ministry and the Quinte Home Builders Association. So John and Brad were there from the Quinte Home Builders Association talking about how we're trying to encourage new skilled trades apprenticeships with the construction sector, and we need them desperately. We need skilled trades, we need new homes. The supply is not there. As you know, the cost of a home has gone up drastically over the last little while, and the biggest reason why is we're not building homes fast enough. So we need the supply. So that's a great new program that we were able to announce up at the Potters Creek subdivision as well. So really excited about that. But bottom line is, get out there, get your vaccine. Go to hpepublichealth.ca and find out where the clinic is closest to you. Pharmacies still have the vaccines as well. Get out there, enjoy the last couple of weeks of summer, and stay safe. Bay of Quinte, good to talk to you.